Hey Tesla friends, it's your Tesla friend here, and look at this what I found here. We have some Model 3 18-inch Aero wheels, and basically Tesla delivered the car with 18-inch wheels when the customer ordered 19-inch wheels. Now, I'm pretty sure most likely this was done to meet the end of quarter deadline. I guess they ran out of 19-inch wheels or something. Um, But anyways, these are being sold for $1,600 right there, and I'm going to scroll down one page here, and you'll see that basically you can read it, but basically Tesla swapped them out after a week here. Let me see, swapped them out after a week and allowed this owner of the Tesla to keep the wheels. Now, these retail value of these wheels are probably over $2,000, maybe let's say $600 per tire. So retail value is probably about $2,400, I bet. But this owner's trying to sell these for $1,600. So now the owner is getting $1,600 if he sells the package here. Now, what I'm saying here is that Tesla, they should be looking at their bottom line here. Certain people like this are getting freebies, and then also certain owners that buy cars are getting are not happy getting not what they ordered, or getting cheated. People feel like they're getting cheated by Tesla. And then you have these people here. I'm not blaming the person, I'm blaming Tesla. Now these people here are getting freebies from Tesla. Basically what Tesla needs to do is swap out the tires and keep these tires, because Tesla has screwed up on me many times, and basically has never given me a freebie. I can tell you other people, some people are also complaining about that. If you're a famous YouTuber or somebody, then it's easier for you to get freebies. So basically, somehow they need to do two things. One is to keep the old tires. They're only a week old, and they need to use them. I guess technically they're used. So if they have like a demo Model 3, they need to save those tires and use them for a demo Model 3. They'll have inventory cars, whatever. If they get a trade-in on a Model 3 and they need to replace the tires to resell the car, then they can use these tires. This is just purely money wasted by Tesla. And then, what was that, a few months ago, 2 months ago, maybe 1 month ago, they're like pinching pennies and saying every penny will be looked at before they spend it. So this is just the total craziness of Tesla, how they're running their business. So I'm going to just scroll back up here. You can see the tires, single tire. You can see they're new. You see the little red dot on there. The person's even saying you can see the red dot and some chalk marks showing they're brand new tires. So basically, this guy's getting a freebie of $1,600 basically, and actually getting a higher freebie, but I guess to sell it, he has a discount a little bit. So I'm just wondering, like, this goes back to how I think Tesla needs to be consistent. They need to be consistent with the way they do business. They need to be consistent so they can maintain the values of the car. Meaning, one Model 3 should be, you should be objectively be able to look at it and say, hey, it's got these features, these options, it's worth this much. It's hard to keep it consistent when you're giving away freebies. And then, like, for example, when the first Autopilot came out, it was free. So that really drastically cut the value of the classic cars out there with no autopilot. They probably immediately dropped by about 10,000, which was a sad fact. And nothing was really done about that. Tesla didn't help the owners out. And as a matter of fact, Tesla was the one that created the problem, because they should have sold autopilot for, say, 5,000, what they're doing now. Not too long ago. The pricing has changed a little bit, I think. I mean, they keep on changing back and forth their prices, so it's really, really hard to find out what's going on. So, but anyways, before I go into any longer, I'll try to finish up soon, but use my referral code. You can get free supercharging. My code is joe480, JOE480, JOE480. My referral code is joe480. Get free supercharging. And so basically, yeah, you're not maintaining the value of the cars. Well, honestly, something like this doesn't really, in the whole scheme of things, it's not public per se. It's not, and even though it's a little bit public here, since you can see it on Craigslist and I'm talking about it, but it's not hugely public. But things, when they change prices by like $5,000, it's a huge public thing, and a large segment of the owners get screwed, and and then other owners benefit. So the best thing to do is just even it out. So every owner will be ensured that their Tesla will be fairly valued. So when it comes time for them to sell it, it'll be fairly valued. They're not going to be afraid to buy a Tesla, because they might be afraid they're going to get screwed. They're going to be afraid the prices are going to drop. It's just, Tesla has done so many things that are so weird. It's hard to understand. Like they dropped the price by a few thousand because they're desperate. There's not enough sales, and then the stock market price is going to drop on Tesla because they're getting desperate, and that's the first sign of being desperate, is when you have to drop your prices. So there's a lot of things going on. If they just maintain their consistency, think of Amazon. For a long time, Amazon didn't care what the public said. They just reinvested all their money, or a lot of their money, back into the company and created a good company. And now they're on top. Tesla needs to do the same thing. Forget about what the stock market says. Just tell the market that you're going to do what Amazon did. It's just that simple. And treat your customers right. If you say everybody pays the same price, please enforce that. Because I know not everybody pays the same price. So, it's just a handful. Well, not just a handful. A lot of inconsistencies. I've heard of people with not buying autopilot and being offered autopilot for $2,000 or $3,000 when they should have paid $6,000, which is $5,000 plus the extra $1,000 after you buy the car. And when autopilot first came out, some people didn't get autopilot, but they sold the Tesla cars with autopilot for 3 weeks without announcing it. So if you bought the car in the last 3 weeks of the announcement of autopilot coming out, you may have gotten the autopilot car. Now, some people didn't get the autopilot during that 3 weeks, and some people did. It's Tesla's basically saying they won't screw you, like a car dealership screws you. But what car dealership sells you the older model car for more money than the newer model car that's out? And what happened was autopilot was free, and if you end up buying the parking sensors for $500, you actually pay $500 more for the old Tesla that had no autopilot, and the new Tesla coming out had autopilot for free. As a matter of fact, Tesla friends, if you didn't know, autopilot is still free. Now, how do I say that? Yes, they charged $5,000 before. Not too long ago. Now it might be down a little bit. They're playing around with the autopilot package and discounting the price, I guess, because they're probably desperate to get more people to buy the car, so they're cutting the price of autopilot, but at the same time they're reducing the features of autopilot for that price, which I think is kind of bad. But anyways, I want to put in my plug for adaptive cruise control. That should be free for everybody. And I think if the car doesn't even have the hardware for it, then I even believe Tesla should owe those people some kind of credit. I would say $500, maybe $1,000. But anyways, what was I saying? So basically, autopilot. Why is it free? Because after a few months of having autopilot on the cars as standard equipment for free, they made autopilot an option for $5,000, but they reduced the price of the car by $5,000. So as of today, I still state to people that autopilot is free. So this is just the classic example of how people feel screwed and taken advantage of when Tesla does that. They introduce autopilot and it's free, and then immediately people's cars that didn't have it dropped by like $10,000 in value. And then what happened also was that somebody, like if you had a non-autopilot car and you complained to Tesla would say you just trade it in and reorder a new car, and you will have to pay an extra $17,000 to trade your old car in. That's only a few days or a week old to get the new car with autopilot. Now, they said there's nothing else they could do. Well, there's a story about another person that had the same situation, was allowed to trade in his non-autopilot car that he recently received and reorder a new car with autopilot. So he was able to return his car for full price and reorder, so he lost nothing. Whereas another person was told that he needed to trade his car in, and it will cost him an extra $17,000 in cost to buy another one with autopilot. So again, don't want to take up too much of your time. My referral code is joe480, JOE480. Use my referral code, get free supercharging. Any questions, post here. Please like, subscribe, and tell everybody about my channel. I need to start making some money and be like these big YouTubers, and hopefully I can make a decent amount of money to continue to bring the important details that nobody's talking about, and let everybody know what's going on. Thanks. Bye.